sister, you would not think we had suffered enough. Our father's curse, there's no grief, no shame, no dishonor we have not lived through. And now, have you heard about Creon's new decree?
I've heard nothing. I only know that 2 sisters lost 2 brothers. 2 deaths in a single hour.
That's why I had to speak to you. There's something we must do.
Why do you speak so strangely?
Listen, our brother Eteocles is buried. Creon gave him a soldier's tomb with the honor he deserved. But our brother, Polynices, who fought as bravely, they say that Creon will allow him no funeral. No one will bury him. No one will grieve. His body will lie in the fields, food for scavenging birds. If anyone tries to cover the body, the penalty will be death. There it is. Now you can prove you are a true sister.
Me? Are you crazy? What can I do?
I am going to bury him. I need your help.
But you said that the law forbids it.
Ismene, he's our brother.
But the danger.
I'm not afraid of Creon.
Antigone, our father died, a hated man. His eyes ripped out by his own hands. Our mother died. His mother once and his wife. And our brothers died, each killed by the other's sword. Must we pile pain upon pain? Go against what Creon orders? We are only women, Antigone. We cannot fight against men.
If you think that, then I don't need your help.
I'm afraid for you.
Don't be. I will bury my brother. If I die, I will lie down with him in death, and he will love me as I love him.
So fiery. You should be cold with fear.
I'm only doing what I must.
Now, in the beautiful morning of victory, let Thebes sing for joy. With dancing hearts, say goodbye to war.
And fill our temples with praise.
Our enemy, Polynices, led his hateful army forth.
But glorious Thebes is coming down. Where are his soldiers now?
Now, in the beautiful morning of victory, let Thebes sing for joy. With dancing hearts, say goodbye to war, and fill our temples with praise.
Gentlemen, I have called you together today because I know I can depend on you. Your loyalty to King Laius was absolute. You were true to Oedipus when he was king, and when he died, you were just as true to his sons. Sadly, as you know, the king's sons were both killed in battle. As the next in blood, I am king, and this is my first decree. Oedipus, who died as a man should die, fighting for his country, will receive full military honors. Polynices, who aimed the sword at his native city and the shrines of his father's gods, will have no burial. He will lie on the plain unburied, and the dogs and the vultures can do what they like. This is my command. While I am king, no traitor will be honored.
So it is your will, king. We will obey.
Sir, I didn't want to come.
I didn't want to tell you.
But we thought if you heard from someone else, it would be worse.
Come to the point.
We didn't do it. We don't know who did.
You can't punish us for what someone else has done.
Out with it.
The body. Dead Polynices, someone has covered the body in earth.
Not a proper grave. No sign of digging. Just a layer of dust over the body.
Just enough to give his spirit peace.
The ones who did this are the secret whisperers, the ones who have always plotted against me. Gods, I swear by them and their thrones, the man who has done this will pay a high price. Find that man and bring him to me. You won't just be killed. You'll be strung up alive. Go!
The world has countless wonders.
But man is more wonderful than all.
His words,
Thoughts?
His wisdom.
Laws, these shelter him from wind and snow.
From every wind but one.
Death.
When laws are kept, how proud are his cities?
When laws are broken, what city can stand?
May the lawless never find shelter.
In my home or in my heart.
What does this mean?
The king's daughter.
Antigone, princess.
Held as a prisoner.
We found who did it.
We caught her in the act. Where's Creon?
Back so soon.
We found the guilty one. Here she is.
Now judge her as you will. We're done.
But this is Antigone.
I tell you, I saw it with my own eyes.
We swept the dirt from the body. His flesh is stinking by now. And we sat on the hill to keep watch.
There was a storm of dust, and we couldn't see for a while.
But then, when it was clear, there she was.
I've seen a mother bird before come back to her broken nest and shriek for her little ones that Antigone. This girl was like that, carrying to heaven over the body, cursing the hands that killed him.
She tried again to bury him, and we got her right away. She didn't act scared. She didn't deny it. She came without a fight.
Antigone, look at me. Is all of this true?
Yes.
You can go. Tell me this. Did you know what I had said about this matter?
It was public. I couldn't help hearing.
So you dared to defy the law?
Not God's law. That final justice that rules in the heavens would make no such law. Your hand is strong, but all your strength is weakness against the immortal laws of the gods.
You know, I said the penalty is death.
I am mortal. I will die whether or not you command it. If I must die before my time, this is not a hardship. Better than to live as I do now with evil all around me. My death is unimportant. If I had left my brother lying in death unburied, then I would suffer.
Just like her father.
Stubborn. She's never learned to yield.
She has sinned twice by breaking the law and boasting about it. Go and arrest Ismene too. I accuse her equally. I can't let this go unpunished. If I did, which of us here is a man?
What punishment besides my death?
Nothing else. That's all I want.
So kill me. I'm tired of talking. These men here would praise what I've done if their lips weren't frozen shut in fear. Kings are lucky. They say what they like.
No one here agrees with you.
They do, but they're afraid to say so.
Even if it were so, you're the one who's guilty.
There is no guilt in honoring my brother who died.
What about Oedicles? Wasn't he your brother too? He defended his country. Polynices betrayed it. You give a traitor the same honor as a hero?
All the dead deserve respect.
The wicked among the righteous?
Who can say what the gods think is wicked?
Here comes Ismene, her eyes raining down sorrow.
Two sisters scheming against my throne. Ismene, do you comfort your part in this?
Yes, I confess.
No, she has done nothing. Nothing.
Do you refuse me, Antigone? I have to be true about our brothers as well. I will die with you.
One of these girls have lost her mind. The other was crazy from the start.
I won't go on living without my sister.
You can already consider her dead.
But Creon, she was supposed to marry your son.
My son deserves better than an evil woman. Enough of this talk. Take them and guard them carefully. They are only women, and yet they rush towards death when many brave men run away from it.
Whoever has never tasted God's vengeance is lucky. The anger of heaven can strike, and your household is shaken forever.
Damnation rises behind each child, like a wave from the black northeast.
Son, you've heard my final judgment on the girl. Have you come to bring hate or the proper love and respect?
I'm your son. I obey. No marriage means more to me than your judgment.
Good. You can't lose your head for a woman. Soon enough, her beauty will fade, and you'll wake up with a witch for a wife. She can go find a husband in hell.
Father, you are right when you say we can't lose our heads. The power to think is the god's greatest gift. You have your thinking, and I can't say it's wrong. Yet other men have thoughts too. You don't know what the others are saying. Your temper terrifies them, and they say what you want to hear. But I hear them mutter and whisper in the dark about this girl. They say no one has ever died so unfairly, so shamefully for her kindness. The most important thing is your success. When there's a flood, which trees survive? The ones who can bend. Those who are stiff, unbending, those are the ones that break. Don't be stubborn. Don't believe you're the only one who can be right.
So you think a man my age should take lessons from a boy?
Not if I'm wrong, but if I'm right, why does age matter?
Do you believe in anarchy?
Of course not.
Did she break the law or not?
The people don't think so.
So the people want to teach me how to rule.
Who is talking like a boy now?
I'm the one who gives the orders, but it seems like you're ruled by a woman.
Are you a woman? My only concern is for you.
Listen to me, the girl must die.
Then she must. But she won't die alone.
What is that, a threat?
No threat.
By the gods, bring her out. Get the girl in here. She will die before his eyes.
Not before my eyes, but look at my face now. You will never see it again.
His rage is dangerous.
Let him dream of doing what he likes. He won't save these girls from death.
Girls?
Will you really kill them both?
No, you're right. The innocent one may live, but Antigone, far out in the wilderness, I'll lock her in a vault of stone. There she can pray to her hellish gods, see if they can teach her a way out.
Aphrodite, cruel goddess of love.
Look at the anger between father and son.
Families broken, cities ruined by the soft face of a girl.
Even pure immortals can't escape.
Immortals tremble before you.
And here she is, Antigone, heading toward her peace of a final sleep.
Here I am at the edge of night, saying goodbye to the sun that will shine for me no more. Death is calling me to its cold shore, where there's no wedding song, no music.
But if you've done right, then surely in death you'll find glory.
I'm cursed, not for this, but for all the horrors of my house. Unspeakable crime, mother and son in the marriage bed, Oedipus, father and brother. Your marriage strikes from the grave to kill mine. All my life, I'm a stranger in my own land. The sin of my birth has followed me.
You made the choice to do what you've done.
Your words are bitter to me. The sunlight itself is cold. Lead me to where there is neither love nor lamentation, no song but silence.
Enough of this. Take her, put her in the vault. She'll die in there. Or if she lives somehow, it doesn't matter.
Elders of Thebes and gods of my fathers, look at me, the last generation from a long line of kings. See how I'm led away to death, what I suffer, and at whose hands, because I would not break God's laws.
O child, child, no power in wealth or war, nor hardy ships blackened by the sea. None can prevail against untiring fate.
They tell me you have wise words for me.
Once more, Creon, you stand on the edge of fate.
What do you mean? Your words are a kind of dread.
Listen, Creon. I was sitting in my chair of augury, where the birds gather around me. The birds were singing, when suddenly I heard a strange note. A scream, a whirring fury. They were fighting, clashing, dying in a whirlwind of torn wings. It was a sign. I tell you, Creon, you have brought this disaster. Our hearths and altars are stained with the sin of dogs and vultures fat from feasting on Oedipus' son. The gods don't hear our prayers. Their birds of omen are gorged with the thick blood of the dead. Give in, Creon. Do not fight with a man who's dead. What glory is in killing the dead?
Tiresias, if your birds, if the great eagles of Zeus himself should carry him stinking bit by bit to heaven, I will not change my rule.
Then beware, Creon. You will pay back corpse for corpse, flesh of your own flesh. If you let this be, your house will be full of weeping. Curses will fly at you from cities far and wide. Child, lead me home. Let him waste his anger on younger men.
The old man is gone, King, but his words stick in the mind.
Old as I am, I do not remember that he has ever been wrong.
That is true. It troubles me. It's hard to give in, but it's worse to lose everything for stubborn pride.
Do it then.
What can I do?
Quickly, free Antigone from her tomb and make one instead for Polynices.
Is that all you want?
Yes, Creon, and right away.
It's hard to deny the heart, but I can't fight against fate. Servants, bring axes. Come to the tomb. I buried her, I will set her free. The gods are mighty, and a man must serve them to the last day of his life.
God of many names. Thunder.
Torches.
Vines of the mountains.
Nymphs of the dancing springs.
A plague is upon us.
Fire, purest voices of the night.
Blaze for us, God of many names.
Men of Thebes. Destiny raises up and casts down the lucky and unlucky. No man knows his fate. Take Creon. He was happy once, strong in battle, secure in his throne, father of children nobly born. And all of that, and now it is all gone. Can you still say a man is alive when his life's joy is gone? In spirit, he is dead, a walking corpse.
You tell us there is sorrow, but why? What happened?
Haman, the king's son, is dead, killed by his own hand.
Killed by his father or himself?
I'll tell you all that I have seen. I went with Creon to the field where Polynices' body lay. We made our prayers, bathed the body in holy water, built a fire to burn what was left. Next, we ran to Antigone's vault to set her free. In the corner of her cave, we saw her lying. She had made a noose of her fine linen veil and hanged herself. Next to her lay Haman, his arms around her, crying out that his father had stolen from him his greatest love. When Creon saw him, the tears rushed to his eyes. He ran to comfort his child, but Haman took out a sword. Creon drew back, and Haman stabbed not his father, but himself. As he died, he held Antigone close in his arms, his blood bright red on her white cheek. Now, he lies dead with the dead and she is his last, his bride in the place where the dead go.
Here is the king. Look at him, carrying his own damnation.
Nothing you can say can touch me anymore. My own blind heart has brought me from darkness to final darkness. Haman, my son, so young to die. I was the fool, not you, and you died for me. God has crushed me beneath the hugest weight of heaven, destroying what I held most dear.
I am sorry, I must add to that crushing weight. Your wife, the queen, is dead.
Deaf heaven! Is there no pity for me? I was dead, and your words are death again. Is it me? Is it true?
She stood before the altar, and her breast welcomed the knife. In one breath, she cried for her son, Haman. With her last breath, she cursed the one who killed him, Creon.
Are there no swords here? None for me. Let death be kind and come quickly. I don't wish to see the sun again.
Don't pray again. Heaven won't listen.
Lead me away. I've killed my son and my wife. For me, there's no comfort. My hands kill whatever they touch. My bride, shadows and dust.
There is no wisdom but to submit to the gods. Without wisdom, no happiness.
Those who are proud will soon be punished.
Then maybe they'll learn.